Welcome back, YouTube, and this is Daniel Chapman claiming to be the prophet of God, and we are playing Avowed. This is part 21 in the Avowed series, and we are in the second map area. Honestly, high contender for one of my favorite areas for the map, for the game. Honestly, probably for the first area the most, but I haven't explored the last two areas of the game, and really much of the third area myself, which I don't give any spoilers for people that have not played the game. I won't say much what it looks like. But it's definitely different than the first two, like stark difference. So we'll get into the video today. Now, as always, the verse of the day, we're on Genesis chapter 1, verse 1, King James Version. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. Time for a bong rip. Also, thought we could do something different today. And, something I struggle with myself personally is praying. For other people, out loud. I never quite know what the words, to say or what I'm looking for. I think the only way to, get better at things is by doing it. So I'm going to start off by saying a little prayer. If you want, you can say it to yourselves, but this prayer goes out to everyone that is listening and not listening. Dear Heavenly Father, I'm struggling to find the path that you need me to take. And I ask for guidance and wisdom on this journey. I'm a sinner, I'm a failure, and I fuck up constantly in my life. Only through your grace and the mercy of your Son, Jesus Christ, am I forgiven and saved. I ask for guidance and wisdom to know what to do in this world, so I may fulfill your will and not my own. I do not want to be controlled by the world, to learn to love and walk with you. So I say and I pray, Jesus Christ, please guide me to your Father. Please show me the way that only you can walk. In Jesus' name, amen. I don't know. I'm working on it. So let's get to it. It says I have a quest marker down here. Oh, what up, Megan?
I'm gonna take a shower. Are you good?
You're good. Journal of Valentino Casanova. Among animantic notes and scribbles, the brief excerpt that catches their attention. I have gained much in my latest initiative, and I have enjoyed myself despite my misgivings. Still soon will come the day when I no longer need court either of them, and I do long to return to my sweet solitude. Until then, however, I must work well. Cena's work remains inscrutably meticulous. I have liberated the innovations I feel would be most beneficial to my own goals. And while I bristle at Celia's continued frivolity, her insights under the influence of drink have proven that her notes contain value I could not find elsewhere. It can be said that neither deserves the ill that I am doing to them, but I argue that both will benefit by seeing their work brought to light, even if credit is never received where it is due. Damn. You never saw someone else's work. Oh, that was not the quest marker.
I had one job. What? Look out for her, Fidelio. How hard could that have been? If I could help myself, do you think I'd be in here? I don't mean that. I have a lot on my plate.
Alright.
I'd like to be. They're out searching. Someone had to hold down the fort. My two youngest rangers were supposed to report back from their rounds. I assumed they'd turn up. But it's been 3 days now. They're still not here. Praise Hylia. Their names are Belena and Adalaro. I doubt they'll be apart. They were good rangers once, but since they've caught each other's eye, all they do is sneak off to... I think
They know each other very well.
Well, there's worse places to make the four-legged beast. I promise you that.
New recruits running off with each other? Oh man, this brings me back.
Anyway, I never thought they had any cause for concern. They always found their way back eventually, but they haven't this time. They're out there, all alone, and they could be in danger, and I...
Okay, sorry, my bad, guys. I'm texting. Much at work. It's unfortunate we work opposite schedules now. Well, not opposite schedules, different schedules.
The last time I saw them, I sent them to patrol the northern riverbed. If you go that way, please, keep an eye out for them. I'm losing my mind in here.
Two William Dutton wandering out by a river. Consider them found.
Maybe we don't look too soon. Give them a while. Know what I mean?
All right. On a side note, the game King Shot, pretty fun. I'm not being paid saying shit, but it's definitely not like the advertisements, which I'm kind of disappointed about a little bit. I was wanting something more simple, not kind of what I've had. I played mini games like it before, so it's nothing new.
A godlike in the bone and bore.
But
Apologies for the ruckus
I think what it
outside.
does
The
do
animators never
is
know when to
entertaining
shut
enough.
their mouths.
I've already spent like $10 on it, maybe 15. So
I might be more amused if it didn't happen so often.
I think you 100% play it
That's
free if you want to.
animators for you.
I just bought, you know,
Except
some
Giada and Quilici, that is.
packs that'll help me out.
They are the only animators taking the
Like if
views
you're gonna buy packs, I
seriously.
normally recommend getting the marching pack, using the extra march queue, and then the extra builder pack. Not extremely necessary. You would require just to manage more time, but if you don't want to manage as much time, you know, it isn't the worst waste of money.
I trust neither of them, if I'm being honest. If there's gods in the living lands, they care little for it. We've all heard the rumors from outside. Animals gone mad, terror stalking the wilderness day and night. True, but now they do so without fear. And that's not even our biggest problem. We've had crops fail before, but never food rations. The governor says it's just a temporary precaution, but I am not buying it. So, we ought to drink while we can. Agreed? Anything I can get you?
Alright. Tell me about the bone and boar.
What are you fixing to know? I opened the place after my brother cut me out of the family business years ago. I opened the Bone and Boar for all the customers he found undesirable. The rough types. In a word, tea. My parents were the first owners of the gifted magpie. Mom was an animancer, and the pa wasn't. They fought constantly. Because of that, my brother Hector hates conflict. It's ruined the magpie's business.
Yep.
I've tried many times to talk sense into that head of his, but Hector, he's stubborn. Visit the magpie and talk to him. You'll see what I mean. Now, is there anything else I can get you?
Lockpicks. Cool. Alright.
Welcome back, envoy.
Man, just to think someone just walks up and takes food right off your table. Your drink. Ruffles through your coins and everything.
Something nearby.
You know, but it happens when you get the main character vibes.
There's something here. Got something.
I am missing if it's something in here.
There's something here.
I hear this shimmering, which means there's something nearby. Close by.
Got something.
I didn't realize.
My apologies, Godlike. You happened upon Fiore at an inopportune time.
I'm sorry you had to see that. What an asshole.
Giata, some manners, if you please.
Why start now?
We're on the verge of extinction, but our governor is too busy protecting his fragile ego. I can think of one. He's an entitled little worm who can't stand to be proven wrong.
You did challenge his authority.
I know, but... curses. Without Fior Mesiverno, I'm hardly even an animancer. My tools, the workshop, all gone.
I wish I could take credit for Giada's stubbornness, but she learned that on her own.
Thanks, old man. At least now I'm free to study whatever I want. On my terms. The Dream Scourge has been a thorn in my side for too long.
Yeah, it's like 2 hours of my next upgrade.
I have plans for this
So,
island,
I'll
and
make
they don't
2
involve the Dream
videos.
Scourge. But that's a story for
And
another
then my
time.
upgrade will be done.
Your parents.
I'm gonna try to do a
would be
couple
proud
videos a day
to
for
see such
YouTube.
tenacity.
Anyway,
Maybe a short.
listen to us babble. Let's talk about you. I never expected to see an Adiran envoy here. You've got a lot of guts showing your face in a town full of animancers. How generous of you. Our first order of business is
Yep.
the Dream Scourge, but I'm also curious about you. There aren't many godlike left these days.
It'll be more interesting playing with her since I'm not a mage.
Wouldn't that be a coincidence? I only bring it up because Anamancy might offer us some insight into your nature. Keep an open mind. While I pack up my belongings, you can help me by... I don't even know. I just realized this is the end. I have to leave your Miss Iverno. Forever.
Some people don't find out who they really are until they leave home.
You'll be all right. My advice, find a good tavern and learn how to prepare squirrel over an open flame.
Maybe if I focus on what I have gained, I can learn to accept everything I've lost. When it comes to the Dream Scourge, we haven't been allowed to acknowledge the problem, much less act on a solution. Today, that changes. I need help from the animancers around town, but as you can see, I'm an outcast. I hope so, because we're running out of options. Monto Pastor is in the workshop due west. He's got an invention that can help us. Elia Rossell is an authority on the undead. Her methods are controversial, but useful. She lives in a cottage southeast of town. And then there's Yvette and Remy, our philosophers. You'll find them at the docks, southeast of Fjord. Each of them owes me a favor. Drop my name, and they'll tell you what they know about the Dream Scourge. I'd rather not speculate until we have more data. If you have questions, I'm sure the others can answer them. We're about to make history. But first, research.
Guessing she's not much of a hunter. Might want to get extra rations next time we go shopping.
Godlike, Imperial envoy, research assistant. Who knew?
Yep, I do it all.
Something nearby.
Okay, let's... Ecology of Living Lands by Arthur Castell. No one can explain why living lands naturally grows and thrives in an unnatural manner. We have seen plant life consume mountains overnight, creatures tall enough to knock over mighty trees, and beneath it all, a potent river of wild essence. Civilization has not found a stable foothold in the living lands. Whenever we try, there is some surprise, almost as if the island knows how to shrug us off. Okay, so... I probably need to do some of these missions. Just because on the hardest difficulty doesn't mean I can't explore and do shit. Too, I mean. I think I'm just gonna speak to the grain merchant and hand over this grain I got.
Listen, if you need food, you're going to have to get in line like everyone else. I had noticed food missing, but I hoped it was rats. I would normally let this sort of thing slide, but right now, every piece of food missing is a person who goes hungry. Right now, I'd much rather have the food, but this will go a long way if we ever get another merchant from Dawnshore. Thank you. It may not seem like much, but this could mean life or death to some people. I should get back to it. Stay safe out there. The Rangers have taken on extra hunts as part of their patrols, which has helped some. The problem is that the things they bring back tend not to be edible, thanks to the blight.
Well, I don't think that's what I wanted to do, but that's what I did.
What'll it be? Godlike?
There's a lot of things I could sell. Alright, so I'm gonna head here real quick. Who's this one? ABI. It's a B. Oh yeah, I need a camp. Yep. Rest is important. Alright, so I bought a lot of new food, so let's cook that up. We're gonna go down the line. Ooh, that might actually be good for me. I know I've got some of these because, you know. Now, I'll do. I'm pretty sure I have a ton of these. Okay.
You know,
What's
I've
up,
heard
Kai?
dueling is popular in the Valian republics. You wouldn't think a public argument could feel as brutal, but I'll be damned if Giada didn't draw blood. No doubt. That's why I admire the resolve. Living Landers can be contrarian and combative. That's what sends a lot of us here in the first place. But it's still hard to swim against the tide with your own people, especially when it means getting them to face a hard truth.
Agreed.
I'm with you both. And Giada. She knows who she is and what she believes. She's got more clarity and conviction than I had at her age.
She has more clarity than you have now.
Hey, I am a willing victim of my own delusions.
Kai, best character. I said it. Uh,
Can we just talk about something else?
Hey, don't worry. We're talking about Giada's situation.
Right. Like, what did you think I was talking about?
Anyway, this can't be an easy time for Giada, but I'm glad to have her on our side. What's on your mind? And troubling. What was it she said? The Steel Garrote will ensure the safety of Adiran interests? I don't know, but it can't be good. Stay sharp. A storm's brewing. And better if we can find it before it finds us.
my next character is gonna be a hardcore loyalist. Next playthrough is evil playthrough. I mean, this is kind of like, you know, blind-ish.
It's been years. It was always green and overgrown, but I don't remember it being quite this... Yeah. Something about Emerald Stair has always been unsettling. Everything in the Living Lands grows wild, but it's different here. Those giant roots, whatever they are, I don't remember them being quite as big or close to the settlement.
You must have a death wish.
Marius is right, and I don't usually say that in front of him. If you see anything that looks like it's trying to hug you, draw your weapon or run. Not a whole lot, and I've been happy keeping it that way. Playing around with essence, poking at souls, trying to move them out of and into places they shouldn't be. Oh, it makes me queasy. Though, if we're going to understand the Dream Scourge and your godlike lineage, I suppose we'll have to get comfortable with it. Still, I'm happy to leave those pursuits to other people.
Exactly. Other people. People who are a safe distance away.
Hundreds of years ago, if I remember my history. I can see why your people outlawed it. I've just always felt more comfortable with things I can see and grasp for myself. Then I guess it's better that you're the one with a connection to something in the beyond. So did my commanding officers. He was my commander and thirdborn, but he was more than that too.
They did get a choice
Mentor,
with the voice actor guy.
Friend. Tama helped me out when I first came to the Living Lands over a decade ago. I was still figuring myself out.
Was. This is you, having figured yourself out.
Hey, now
I
know
mean,
I
I
can't
think
stomach
all the
Rusk's
voices
snout milk.
are
As
pretty
for
on
what
par for
we'll
the
find,
characters they've
I
cast
don't
in
know
this
any more
game.
than you. All I know is he said it was his most prized possession. And seeing as he was on his deathbed at the time, I wasn't of a mind to ask. Where to start? The man couldn't carry a tune, but it didn't stop him from trying. He'd have the whole tavern singing shanties with him nearly every night of the week. He had a vexing habit of saying the thing you most needed to hear when you were least ready to hear it. He'd give you the shirt off his back and the meat off his plate. But the selfish bastard left the rest of us a world without him in it. Hey, you're not the one who did the leaving. That's why I've got to put this to rest. I'll tell you what I can. I'll be here if you need me.
And Maurice.
Envoy? Well, that was interesting, right? The woman arguing about the crops failing? Standing up for what you believe against authority. I can respect that. Of course, my method would have been run away under the cover of night, never to return, but yeah, this works for
her. Inside joke.
It's more that I don't think my belief's worth standing up for. Life's simpler that way. Anyway, there's clearly more going on here than a bunch of animancers sitting in dusty labs doing whatever they do all day. Beyond that, nah, I can't help you. Call me when you're back to facing real danger. Right, changing the subject. Ask away. There is something big in the southeast of the region. Most hunters say to stay away from there. Most of this is probably old information for you, but you asked. Less urgency for shelter here. You can find shrubs to block the wind or tree cover to protect from rain. There's also plenty of food around too, if you know where to look. Rule of thumb, if it's red, don't eat it. Or if it makes you itch. There's also just about any kind of game you can imagine. Just make sure whatever you catch doesn't have mushrooms growing out of its face. Oh, and be careful when you leave the roads. You never know when that deer you killed was some Delimgon's favorite pet. I get a weird feeling when I get close to Lake Lacuna. Like there's something there that shouldn't be. I haven't dealt with Delamgon and blights and such all that much. They usually don't bother you unless you step too far off the trail. Of course, that's pretty much a given in your line of work, so we're all doing things we're not used to doing. Still, if you have a choice between upsetting the forest and not doing that, think about it. Maybe consider that the forest and Emerald Stair are known to hold a grudge. Careful in the western areas of Emerald Stair. Something lives out there, and I don't really care to know what. I think you know almost as much as I do at this point, Amakul. Not sure what else to say. I get a weird feeling when I get close to Lake Lacuna. Like there's something there that shouldn't be. Let's see. Water can be a problem out here. Don't drink from the rivers or creeks you find here. They're full of saka. Literally. You can get good water from inside most plants here, especially the larger vines. Or you can tap most of the trees for sap. I always put out some kind of cloth to collect the dew in the morning. That's assuming Kai doesn't take it and use it as a nose rag. Oh, there's another tip. Make sure the people you're traveling with aren't Nimdudes. I think you know almost as much. There's a skeleton sitting in a chair out on the coast, west of the Fjord docks. No idea what it's doing there, but I'm always curious. Let's see. Right. So I wasn't completely honest before when I talked about avoiding river water and such. Water from the river or creeks, or whatever is, well, it's nasty. Drink that stuff and you'll be shooting soccer from both ends. So whatever water you take from the river, you have to boil. Take out all the leaves and bugs and such and leave it in a pot over the fire. I always carry a bundle of ditchberry bark too. Tastes terrible, but it keeps the water from making you sick. Trust me, you'll thank me later. I get a weird feeling when I get... Let's see. It can be tough to make a fire out here. All the wood is wet, or wriggling, I guess. I try to collect bark and small limbs throughout the day and leave them by the campfire to dry so I can use them the next day. Kindling can be hard to find. I have an old book I tear pages out of just to get a fire started. But don't worry, it's nothing important, just a book of Valian short stories or something. I already read it anyway. There's a skeleton sitting... Let's see. Let's be honest. If you go hungry in Emerald Stair, you're doing something wrong. You're much more likely to be eaten by Zarups or wake up in an ogre cave than starve. I get a weird... Oh, good. Let's have it. Anyway, what do you need?
Alright. I think I'm
I've done some reading.
all the talking I can for now. With them. Alright. And Jenny Station. Ooh. Yeah, we're gonna look at some gore. And then... I guess luck. That sounds cooler. Wrath of the Storm.
The Adra stirs, a crackle of light in a withered field. The bars stifle us. We cannot recall when last we spoke. Hollow faces in a line. What has come of this place? A hand of generosity, or a gauntlet of steel. We feel them. They bend and hone the essence of the earth. They draw from our veins like a well. What are these rituals? The fish crawls on its legs. The harvest grows. The dead rise. What do they hope to achieve? Touch the flame and see. They build walls in their hearts. Why do they not share what they make? Adir sleeps across the sea. They are not troubled by the laws of Kith. What do you say?
Disagree with that.
And still you seek their aid. The vulture allies with the hawk. We have learned much. Dream of soaring wings in your repose.
Okay.
Don't eat the brown berries. They're not actually berries.
Feels like some of these plants have it out for us.
I wonder. Nope. But it'll let me kill farm animals.
Envoy, a pleasure as always. Giata Castel wants my
Giata.
professional opinion.
Castel.
What an honor.
Giata gets fell.
I have a few theories.
I'll forget that.
But no firm conclusions. I have to ask. Is it true? Did Vidaro kick her out of town? He's a bigger fool than I thought. Very well. I'll tell you what I know about the Dream Scourge. But first, I need some help around the farm. I'm up to my ears in chores around here, and the Revenants can only do so much. They can't do complicated tasks, you see. Anyway, I'm afraid the time has come to put down poor Silvo. Silvo is one of my Revenants. My oldest, my favorite, and the pride of my flock. Someone needs to put the poor fellow out to pasture. And I just don't have the heart to do it myself.
Well, it's already dead. That's the hard part done right there.
When a Revenant goes bad, there's only one option. Final death. And poor Silvo's time has gone. Silvo is on a strict diet, but I suppose he could have gotten into the crops when my back was turned. You never know with these rascals. Outsiders and travelers down on their luck. You'd be surprised how many people want to sell their bodies to animancy.
Say what you will about mercenary and military life. At least your obligations end at death.
Anyone else see a downside in giving monetary value to corpses?
This is a good forever home for the undead. Better than some crypt, anyway. But sometimes we have bad days.
No,
Gets a
I'm
lot
not
easier.
selling my
First, you mourn
body.
the loss of life. And then you mourn the loss of death.
Alright, what is 2100 UTC? Got it. I'll keep that in mind. Just making some adjustments on King Shot. I'll do that. I'm trying to do my battle research right now.
Thank you for understanding.
Damn, I should have said.
You can find Silvo in the barn. He's blocked the door somehow, but the window should be open. Just be gentle with him. He's a good boy.
So, we're killing a revenant then? She just couldn't come out and say that?
And this is why I don't take pets.
Okay, hold on. Okay, so I have to climb around. Yep. No. Yes, please.
Quiet, dude. Hey! Over here!
Nice.
Another win. But who's counting?
My
Man,
farmhands
imagine
are
if this was
very
like fall, you
affectionate.
could just kill
Feel free to pet them if you
NPCs
want.
and shit.
Poor
The
Silvo.
evil one run would be
He was
so
a
like,
bright young
you
man,
just come in like,
but
well,
a very old man.
Deer says this is bad.
Thank
We gotta
you
put
for
these guys to
giving
the
him peace.
sword.
I'll be fine. I've lost so many revenants over the years, and I'm always such a wreck afterward. So, the Dream Scourge. I've been keeping an eye on the readings from my fields. This plague, as we know it, is a recent development. But I believe whatever causes it is older by far. Maybe even as old as the living lands. The exotic plants and animals, the twisted landscape, the Dream Scourge. They have a common ancestor. There's something about the essence in the living lands that's different from anywhere else I've seen. Precisely my point. there is something unique at the heart of this. Not to get too superstitious, but in these troubled times, the arrival of a godlike is no coincidence. You are meant to be here. Toward what end, only you can say. Seems a little far-fetched. Then again, what isn't these days? You're a godlike, so anything is possible. Perhaps your nature will grant you more answers.
Ah, dude, I hear the wind.
Well, I'm happy to give her some good news for a change. You and Giat are going to shake things up. As for me, I'll be keeping a close eye on my flock.
Oh, and thank you for the nightmare fuel. I really have been sleeping entirely too well lately.
I'm remembering why people find this place unsettling.
You know, I didn't go over here. Okay. I remember I swim around so many places first time I played this game, just to see how far you could go out. Now that would have been some content, but I didn't think about making videos too much back then. I mean, I guess I always thought about getting into the entertainment industry. When I was a kid, I wanted to do kind of stuff like this. So I could go to E3, be a gaming journalist, but
The great mystery is...
we'll see.
Our God...
I don't know.
Look what
I'm
I
just trying to make this
found.
up as I go.
A genuine godlike.
Oh my God, Remy, it's finally happening.
Do you think they can hear us?
Let's find out. Hello, me, Yvette. You friend? Remy, take a note. Fluent speech and upright posture show marks of sophistication in the endangered godlike. We heard that Giada partnered up with an outsider, but I had no idea you were a godlike. Fascinating.
I suppose we owe her a favor. Or two.
Giada must have sent you to be our test subject. She knows how we adore your kind. Satisfy our curiosity and we'll give you everything Giada needs to finish her research. Deal?
Let's begin the examination. If you could choose, who or what would you be in your next life?
If I could choose, I would
Next
not
time
want to
you
be
go around the wheel, you
reincarnated.
might not get so lucky.
Who wouldn't? My turn. Some would call you blessed. Others would call you cursed. The
If I
fact
would be
remains,
reincarnated,
you were touched by the gods.
I'd want to come back as a man,
Wouldn't
obviously.
you say that you owe
Reincarnation
something to the
is
rest
real.
of us?
I guess a white dude. I mean, I guarantee if I was born any other race, I definitely hate white people. I've said that before my entire life. But I like being me, so like I would prefer not to be reincarnated. So if I,
No need to take offense.
Yeah.
We merely seek to learn.
Oh, I thought of another. We all know that godlike can't reproduce. How do you plan on leaving a legacy after you're gone?
If I had to be another race, pick mixed race. Light skin. I don't know if I would say you know, half Mexican, half white, or you know, half Asian, half Asian, half white. Would I mean? I don't know. I know a couple of I don't know 50-50 Asian, 50-50 white, but I didn't even know this dude was half Asian when I met him. Which is a racist thing to say, maybe. Everybody's different and mixed, you know. Like I feel like the differences, you know, that we each have, or what makes us unique, and should, you know, be respected. But like we're all humanity, you know. We're all men. We're all women. There are others. I mean, I believe in two genders. Uh, if you want, I can't know for 100%. You know, I'm not God, but like, and so, but if you want, you know, to be a woman, I think you should be allowed to transition. You know, at 18, and if you want to be a man, I think you should be able to transition at 18. I mean, it's people's choice. Now, I might not morally or personally want to be a woman. I can't understand that, but you know, to each their own. Now, in the end, I mean, I think the biggest thing is just if you're not religious, I guess saying this wouldn't help, but pray on it. Uh, but I mean, I think I've said this before. In the end, you know, we all find God before we die. That's a rant.
Very optimistic, aren't we? I think that covers everything. Thank you for that brilliant insight, Godlike. You're a credit to your dwindling kind.
So, Giada wants to know all about the Dream Scourge, yes? Such has been her research of late. Do you want the good news or the bad
God's
news?
good all the time. All the time, God is good.
We've heard that one before. Good thing we don't listen to criticism.
Giada will be interested to learn that the Dream Scourge cannot just be studied in a lab. Its nature is wild, so it has to be studied in the wild. Our machines and experiments would meddle with it too much.
And like anything affecting the soul, it must be connected to essence. Thus, if she wishes to discover more about the Dream Scourge, a Pillar of Adra would be a good place to start.
That wouldn't surprise me. Both are natural occurrences, after all. Terrible, but quite natural.
Most natural things are. Terrible, that is.
An entity, you say? If this entity is your patron, that's all perfectly natural.
It has to be my
But
patron.
if it's something else, with enough essence and a capable animancer, perhaps you could trace this tether back to its source.
Right, and with a little fresh soccer, you can follow an ogre back to its lair. Still wouldn't recommend it.
Just be careful that your tether doesn't snap back and kill you in the process.
Now that we've researched the mind of a godlike, the next step is anatomy. But we've taken enough of your time. Farewell. Did you hear that Giada was sent
Alright,
into
gotta see all the
exile?
time. All the time. I got it
I might
good.
have dozed
And
off
that
there for a
was
bit.
the video.
We're near